Hey guys, my name is CypherDen, and this is a story, nay, a tale, of how I was adopted, but not really, but kinda. I promise, I can probably explain, I think. Recap. So I went on a little trip in January to go to the Philippines because my grandma wasn't feeling too hot. And let me tell you, I love my grandma. She is the most precious little being that you'll ever meet. When I was a wee baby child, my grandma would unseed my dang grapes because I had an irrational fear. That's right, of accidentally eating the seeds and thinking that I'll have a grape vineyard growing in my stomach. And then to go a step further, you know the movie Aliens? Where the alien pops out of people's stomachs? I'm a baby alien. Yeah, that one? I had that fear, but with grapes. Grandma, I ate some grapes with seeds and am I pregnant with grapes? Okay, but before you say anything, I was like 4, but my precious grandma dealt with my stupid ass and unseeded those grapes, no questions asked. Up until I was 13, but moving on. To top it off, she went above and beyond and also did grape surgery. She peeled all those grapes just because she was already unseeding them anyways. She was the OG grape surgeon. Seedless grapes weren't really as popular at the time, so yeah. I don't know. She also used to ask me what toys I'd want whenever she traveled outside the country or the mall. But I was also a weird child, so go figure what I'd ask for her to bring me back home. Yeah, pretty sure you couldn't guess. I asked for cans of corn. Not toys like a normal child, but cans of corn. Again, she dealt with my stupid ass and brought me home cans of corns, no questions asked. So as you can see, the moment I heard that my grandma wasn't feeling too good, I dropped everything. And I went on a trip, a journey, nay, an expedition to see my beloved grandma, who's still somehow dealing with my stupid ass to this very day. As you can see in this picture. So we went on a trip where George and I got separated on our flight. While I lost my sanity sitting through a 16-hour flight while the guy next to me coughed and sneezed at my face every 15 minutes or so. Where the old man sitting next to George would turn around and rip the biggest, nastiest fart every couple minutes, causing pure and utter misery to anyone in the vicinity. Pretty much 100% George. And after what felt like the longest travel of my life, with my last 2 brain cells yelling at me in complete agony, I showered trying to wash off the spit, the saliva, the bacteria that Coughing McGee has infected me with. Safe to say it didn't really work because I was sick as a dog for half of my trip. Fast forward to hanging out with my grandpa and catching up. Do you have any stories about Den when she was younger? You mean my youngest daughter? Wait, what? I'm one of your eldest granddaughters, Gramps. No, you're my youngest daughter. Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, we found you in the back of my car. Say what? You'd think I'd get more of an explanation than that, but nope. The topic got dropped faster than my IQ after watching Twilight. Anyways, maybe my grandpa was just joking around and maybe I just didn't really understand. Happens all the time. I'm slow, okay, I get it. Eventually, we were looking at old embarrassing pictures that probably should never see the light of day, but I also know you guys would much prefer me embarrassing myself and laughing at my bowl haircut. So when I was about 4, I looked exactly like Gohan, and my grandma has this picture in her wallet so she could show everyone in the world my terrible haircut. And as we were looking at said embarrassing pictures, do you remember that car? We found you in the back of that car. Wait, what? Yeah, you were adopted, don't you remember? Wait, what do you mean? Well, I'm really tired now, so I'm just gonna go take a nap. Okay? Alright, have a good night. Grandma, it's bright as day outside. And you'd think I'd finally get an explanation, but no, like, was I not supposed to know? Why is everyone telling me this and then all of a sudden ignoring me? I didn't really question it because I look exactly like my mom. This is a picture of my mom when she was younger, and this is a picture of me when I was younger. I am a carbon copy of my mother. I actually found my mom's 5th grade school ID, and I legitimately thought it was me, which didn't really make sense because at the time I was in 3rd grade. Unless I was actually a Time Lord and I just didn't know about it. But that's not really the case now, is it? But then again, it would make sense because my mom never had pictures when she was pregnant with me. And if I was my grandpa's daughter, it would make sense why we look alike because we'd be siblings. But then again, it wouldn't make sense because they said they found me in a car. Okay, so maybe me being born is a whole conspiracy theory and maybe I'm just as bad as Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a simulation and maybe I'm just a robot. Or maybe I was just found in a car. Who knows? Why won't anyone tell me my origin story? I just want to know. Anyways, I didn't really get an explanation at all until a couple of hours before I had to fly back home while eating dinner at my other grandma's house. Yeah, my grandma and grandpa are doing okay. They're on some crazy story on how I'm adopted and how they found me in the back of a car or something. It's crazy, right? That's true. Wait, what? Yes, it's so true. What? Can you please explain, Grandma? Please? Well, what had happened was your mom was so young at the time and they didn't want anyone to know that she was pregnant. So your mom would wear these really, really big shirts so no one knew that she was pregnant for 9 months. So I'm not adopted? Oh no, that's so silly. Of course you're not. But they told everyone you were, though. Oh, okay. Pretty much my parents and my immediate family told everyone else that I was adopted and hid me from the outside world. No one knew I existed, and when the rest of the family in the world found out about my existence, they told everyone that I was found in the back of a car or that I was my grandpa's illegitimate youngest daughter because I looked exactly like my mom. I was such an embarrassment even before I was born that no one wanted to be associated with me. You know, kind of like Jon Snow's backstory. You guys could probably call me Dan Snow from now on. It seems appropriate. So yeah, that's how I found out that I was adopted, but not really, but kinda. At least for the first couple of years of my life. Yeah. You know, I went into this whole trip not really expecting to be told that I was adopted or found in a car, but it was an experience to say the least. You know, just questioning everything you thought was true, and then questioning if your grandpa was actually your real dad, then questioning if your mom was actually your older sister. What else do I not know about my life? My grandma also asked me at one point if I was real. That's a kicker. But same, 100% same, Grams. All jokes aside, she asked me if I was real because she wasn't sure if I was really there standing in front of her or not, because she said she dreams of me all the time, that she dreams that she's in New York with me, and I haven't seen her in the last 5 years, and you best bet I freaking cried. I cried, okay? This time I actually cried. So do me a favor and go hug your grandparents and go talk to them. They might just tell you you're adopted, but go hug them anyways, because they might also just tell you that you've been mispronouncing your last name wrong this whole how many years you've been alive. Yeah, I just found that out too. It seems like my whole life has just been a lie. And with that said, I'll see you guys later, and please, just double check that there's no babies in the back of your car. And if there is, go buy them my merch. Okay, bye!